What a rainy day in the cosmos. Today we're talking about, or at this moment, we're talking about the cosmic soul. What is the cosmic soul that deal with vibration? All numbers in the universe deals with numbers and frequencies. And this describes what you are. You're nothing but a spirit. You're a frequency. So according to the number you were born on, it can guide you to your life. So the cosmic soul is really your true self, or who you are. So numbers could tell a lot about you. We're doing 1 through 31. And what you got to understand is that numbers can tell many things. And our ancestors knew that. So what is numbers? What is the cosmic soul? This is your inner self, your true self, who you really are. So the day you were born on is very important to your life. It's more important than your life path number. The reason why? Because it guides you to your life path number. All is important, even your life path number. Don't get me wrong. But without your soul number, what's truly within you, because this is your true feelings, and this is what you can truly express when you like in your early adult years, all the way to you about close to 60. You're gonna express the day you're born on. Your attitude number and your life path number, they're always there, but I'm just saying that inner self, which is the day you're born, is very important. If you really want to know about somebody, this is one area you can hit them, especially when they're young, in the 20s, the 30s, the 40s, even 50s. Okay, so the true self is the day you're born on. It's very important. It has the most impact out of all numbers. It's your talent number and your gift number and your personality number and your true self. Basically, it's sort of like your emotions, sort of like your moon self, sort of like your hidden self, but it's also outward because it helps your attitude number and it also helps your life path number. It's the center. So you got 3 numbers that deal with your birthday. We ain't even talking about the name numbers. We're just doing the birthday number. So now, today, or right now, we're talking about the cosmic soul numbers. So we're going to be starting at 1. Number 1. Okay. Number 1. You know, this is very powerful. This is one of the most powerful numbers in the universe, number 1. So we're talking about those who are born on the 1st, the 10th, the 19th, and the 28th. You are soul number 1. It represents the sun. It's the sun. Number 1, anybody born on the 1st, you will get the full effect of the sun number. Those who born on the 10th will get the sun and the 0, which is Pluto, together. You get a little bit of Pluto in you with the sun number. Those who born on the 19th will get the sun and Mars, be extra hyper energy, very strong energy. And those who born on the 28th have the moon and Saturn, so it's more calmer, more cool, more under control. Okay, so those who born on the 1st, you definitely got the sun, and those who born on the 10th, you got the sun and Pluto, which means that Pluto represents power. It represents also transformation. It represents your psychic ability. These people, these number 1s are very psychic, just like the 19 is very psychic. All number 1s is basically psychic because they're like the magical ones. So this deals with intense energy. These people are very strong. You see, your birthday is March the 12th, 1993. I'm going to get to you. Since yours the 12th, you got to look at number 3. Number 3 is your number. Yeah, so number 1, back on point. Number 1, these people is very strong, intense energy. These are your strong leaders. It represents the number of the leader. They're very confident. They're overly energetic. They love to help people. And they always protect the underdogs. And definitely they are a warrior. And these people got strength for days, energy for days. So they need activity, and creativity is very important. And that will keep them balanced by them doing something. Also, these people are very charming. They like to compliment people. But they also not only like to compliment people, they love to get complimented too. And so these people are all about fun. They're all about life itself. And the spotlight, they don't have no problem in the spotlight. This is what they good at. And they feel the need to have physical sex, yes, because they got a lot of high energy, so they got to put it somewhere. So they got this aggressive energy, but they cool and they calm, though. That's the thing about it. These people here, they thrive when they're in management position. They have no problem taking leadership position or management, and also leadership role, because if they're not in leadership role, they feel some type of way. So these people got a need to be in a leadership role, and they thrive when they're doing their own thing because they're very innovative, like your inventors. So this is their nasty gift. They're very creative, and this is what keeps them going. And they're liable to be famous, those with number ones, or to accomplish something, because they could be very ruthless to accomplish their objectives. So those who got this number right here. So this is just your birthday number. If you are born on the 1st, the 10th, the 19th, and the 28th. And these people here is liable to be famous. Yeah, and a trendsetter. They create their own trends and their own styles. And they do not like to copy other people. So that's a good thing about these people. So another thing is they all about charm, and they very beautiful. They're very beautiful people. Number ones are very beautiful people. They don't like to fail. So these are winners. These are winners. On the downside, they can be the ones who don't care at all. They don't care, but they also could be like a narcissist on the downside. They can be very controlling, very ruling, and very bossy. And they can get rough, they can get with the get down, fight, all the other stuff, temperament, snappish. So these people here, they are the ones who is here to motivate people to become stronger and to lead by example. These are your people who are planners. They good at organizing, planning events, and they live by their heart, because the sun deal with the heart. So they listen to their intuition. This is how they win. They got strong intuition. So how you think they just know things and know how to take off? You know what I mean? So they very much got premonition, where they just know things. They say this gonna happen before it happened. They just know, or they the ones who say something gonna happen, then it happen. They can see the big picture. So, and they love to play a lot. Very fun loving, play a lot. Like sort of like that Leo energy, very playful, and they have fun even with sex. So they got a lot of hobbies that they like to do, acting role. So these people are very creative. They into the music field. They be into your music, the arts, and even to the culture. They into the people. They like helping people too. They got a great love in their heart. That sun type of love, that cheerful type love. And these people, like I said, they love to be complimented. And they're very popular in some way or some form. They're going to be popular in their environment or wherever they go, or on a worldwide scale. So these people are liable to accomplish. So these are your thinkers, they deal with the mind and things like that. So they're pretty much psychic and knowing people, knowing the human nature, because they deal with people. And they are like your protectors of people, especially those they love and the underdog. So these are people who you can count on. You can tell them to lead a group, or you can make them the leader of a group. Well, most likely you will, because you see the confidence and strength in these people. They stand out a lot. So you will love these people, the number one people. And the thing is about these people is that they very assertive, of course, and they do got a strong gut instinct, but they goal oriented. They're achiever, they're a fighter, and they're self-reliance. They rely on themselves. And they're very, like I say, they're natural entertainers, and they're very independent. So basically, they like to do for themselves. They don't want nobody to really do for them, unless they're on the downside. If they're on the downside, it's the opposite of everything. They can be weak, like not self-reliant, dependence, or they could be the one who fight against authority and stuff like that. So we talking those who born on the 1st. So those who born on the 10th is a little bit more powerful. So they definitely will be more powerful. They're not like the original, like number one, like on the 1st, but because they got Pluto added to them. So just add more power to it. And on the 19th, this is going to add more power to them too, because this is very strong. Got the Mars energy, so this make them more powerful. The 28th will be more calmer than a regular even one, because they got the moon, number 2, and number 8, Saturn. So it will be more disciplined, more in the right mind. So they probably be more successful than a lot of number ones. But number ones in general is a successful number. They were success and achievement. And so that we got to understand that number one is unique and very positive energy, very raw. If they don't do their own thing, it's hard for them to win, because they're here to do their own thing and create something new. You know what I'm saying? Bringing things new to the table. You know what I mean? And also, these very happy people, so they're here to create their own reality. So if they're not doing that, they're not going to be very happy in the position that they're in. If they follow somebody else's lead, they're not going to be very happy in the position that they're in. And they wonder why they're not happy. And this is the reason why. Because they're not here to do that. They're here to be original. They're here to do their own thing. So it's best for these people to be on the upside, because they can be very dominant and very aggressive. Like that. They can be very aggressive and lacking in their emotions and narrow-minded and conceited, like they all that. Because they like to shine. They like the spotlight. You know what I mean? You got to understand what type of people these are. So that's the thing about number ones. Let's see who they're compatible with. They will be compatible with, most compatible with like fives, with sevens. They could be compatible with sevens. They could be compatible with fours. But the life path, like 2s and 7s, who they be most compatible with. So, but in bed, they be compatible with most compatible with number 3 and 5. 3 and 5, because 3 and 5 are kind of lively, they spice it up. At least compatible with number 1 and 8, their own number, because this is very strong. That's why I have a lot of number ones who come my way, because I'm a life path 7. So those who born on the 1st, or born on the 10th, or the 19th, or something like that, they come my way because they're compatible with me. And these people here, like I say, like even the female, they take initiative. They want you. They don't have no problem with letting you know, come to you and let you know. They're very fun loving and sunny like. So now we're going to number 2s. The cosmic soul number 2. Those who born on the 2nd. Those who born on 11. So this is master number 11. So this will be a higher vibration. Number 2s usually is a follower, but number 11s is not. Number 11 got 2 1s, so they're more of a leader. Number 2 usually like to be behind the scene, but number 11s is like either or with them. They deal with either or balance. So they're more like a leader, like number 11, master number. So it's 2 1s, master vibration. So these the highly psychic, highly in tune. Got all type of psychic ability, very powerful. And so now, those who are born on the 2nd, the 11th, the 20th, and the 29th. So those who are born on the 2nd and the 20, those who are born on 11, the 20th, and the 29th are very powerful people, because number 11 is 2 suns and the moon, 2 1s, which is 2 suns and the moon. The 20th is the moon and Pluto. You know, Pluto very powerful. And the 29th is 11. So that's master number 11 too, 29th. Like Oprah, she was born on the 29th, I think, of January, master number 11. So there you have it. Now, these people they very empathic. They can feel your energy. They can feel your pain. So those who born on these days, that I mean, they can feel you. You know what I mean? They deal with compassion. They're very peaceful. They like to observe, sit back, and listen to you. They listen to you more than anybody. And in their eyes, what I noticed about number 2s or 11s, when we look in their eyes, they're very romantic. You just love their energy. They got that good feeling energy that you could just be around. And you don't want to take advantage of it because they're so sweet. They give you that sweet feelings. But number 11s can be more aggressive though, than the regular number 2s. Number 2s can get aggressive because they got the moon in it. But these people are like clairsentients, and they're the ones who seek balance and harmony. And they're intellectual too. So these people are good to talk to. They could be great researchers, but also they be good in computers and technology because they got advanced mind. Like Yes, because they pick up on energy just like before their time. They're all looking in the past. They're reflecting the past a lot. So the memories are very important, reflecting their thought, reflecting their memories. And they're all about family, the roots, the ancestors. So you get people like this, they into the ancestors, they into the culture. They want to know their family and the roots. And they search for balance. So they also can be very secretive and very protective, especially over family members and those who they love. It can be friends, but anybody who they love. It don't matter who it is. So the home life is very important. This is where they feel most comfortable at. Anywhere that they go in the world where they feel like they're home, they feel comfortable. They ain't got to be exactly at home and doing activities at the home or wherever they feel comfortable. And these people also can be moody, very moody because they deal with emotions. They're very sensitive. So they can also be very snappish. They can be very snappish. The moon affect these people. Every time the moon come out, especially the full moon, stuff like that can affect them, drive them crazy because they're in tune with it. They're in tune with it. As long as they can meditate and align themselves and be balanced, they can handle that moon energy. They can manifest anything because like the moon a part of these people. So these people can be very defensive and passive aggressive to individuals who they think is attacking them in any way. So you got to be careful what you say to these people because they know how you feel. You can't lie because they can pick up on your energy. They can feel it. And so this is why they got to be careful and protect their energy. They got to be careful who they be around. Security is very important to these people. They security oriented. They want to be secure financially, not only financially, mentally, emotionally, especially emotionally. And they like to be secure basically in every situation. So they will probably pick partners who's cool, but who's strong like that there. So security was very important to them and all around the board. So music and peaceful environment, this will keep them in harmony. Peaceful environment. They need that peaceful space, peaceful place. And they just like noisy environment or any distraction. But they can give very good advice, very great advice at that. So these people make great counselors, great advisors, because they listen very well. They will hear you straight out, and they be good diplomats and peacemakers. So they also could be a good judge because they look at all perspectives. It sort of give you that Libra energy. You know what I mean? But they problem solvers also. But what you got to understand, the justice card and the terror is number 11, which is Libra. So what you got to understand, these people are good problem solvers, your peacemakers, your diplomat. These people you can can hire to bring the peace to the community, or you can call them up to bring peace between you and somebody else. And they're very good at that. They're very good at bringing peace. They do it naturally, where they want to see peace in the family. They don't want to see nobody fighting and getting hurt. So they're pretty much problem solvers. And they're very creative because they can imagine things. They got a good imagination, good memory, where they can picture things and then they can create off of what they picture in their mind. So they're very great writers and storytellers. They can be very great writers. And the thing is, they don't care too much about leadership position. They're more like the power behind the scene. Like you might think that those who are front, like number ones, who are natural leaders, you might think that number one's ruling, but number two's rule behind the scene. They might be the one who spit in number one's ear. You know what I mean? So number twos go very good with number ones, or maybe number sevens. But number twos very empathic. So that's why they clairsentient, where they can feel your energy. They just know. They're very psychic. They can feel it. They just know they're in tune with the source, the ancestors, spiritual. This is what these people are. And they don't like the pressure. Because they like to be cool and calm. They want peace at any length. They want peace. So, yeah, what you got to understand, though, that their emotion can go from 0 to 100 quick when they snap. Yes, from 0 to 100 quick. And they could be a saddest type too. So this is why they got to be careful with their energy. They need peace in their environment and who they be around. and they can read people like a boot. So it's hard to deceive these people. So they're more like the very persuasive type and influential. And this number 2 number energy, or 11, number 20, and those who born on 29th, this type of energy is that good energy who everybody want to be around, especially those who got the regular number 2, and those who got the number 11. People love to be around this energy. Number 2s, 11s, 11s, the 20th and the 29th, who born on these days or these dates. Yeah, people love to be around y'all energy. I got that good energy. You know what I mean? So that's a good thing about y'all. Y'all the protected ones, the nurturers, the caregivers. And so y'all into the advanced thinking, researching, stuff like that. Y'all can easily find the truth and stuff like that. But y'all most like to be cool, and that peace is very important. And so also with that analytical mind, y'all great team players. Y'all very charming, very charming. This beautiful number 2s too. That moon-like personality, that beauty, very dreamy like. A great counselor, like I said, and low key like people. Unless you got other stuff in your natal chart, like your attitude number might be different, but that's just your attitude number. But within you, the day you're born is within you. So this is what you really want. You can have an attitude number 1, but you've been born on the 2nd, or you're born on the 2nd, or the 11th, or the 20th, or the 29th, but you really want that inner peace. You know what I mean? Your attitude might be number 1, where you be confident you out in the open, but at the end of the day, you want to go home and have that peace. That's number 2 energy. So also your life path might be different, but that center is very important. It has the greatest impact. And I noticed that. That's why I speak on the day you're born, how important it is, because I do a lot of study. And so number 2 are your cradle artists, and very dreamy, like I said. So we know that part, and we know they loving you. We know they're devoted to those they love and their partners, and they have keen insight. They're very giving and gentle. They like you to be kind. Talk to them with kindness. And they like a silent knower. They know a lot of stuff behind the scenes that a lot of people don't know. But on the downside, they can be inflexible and they can be cold too. Not only over emotional, but they can be very cold on the downside and argumentative. And they can be very scared of this and scared of everything. Very paranoid on the downside. Very like a sadist and hesitant. And they can lack balance. They need that balance. They need that stability, because number 2 is a stable number. They need that. So they can be the ones who irresponsible, because they usually responsible people, hard workers, and they usually like social. They're very sociable, but only to those who close to them. That's who they socialize with, and they pay attention to detail very well. So meditation, they need that. Music, being in rhythm with music, having that great confidence or knowing is what they need. I would say faith, knowing, or trust in the source, the divine, or the ancestors. That's what they need, because number 2 deal with the ancestors, deal with the home, deal with the roots, deal with the family, deal with being comfortable no matter where they're at, and having that inner peace. Not only the outward peace, is more inner peace. So they're here to help you, because they can listen to your situation, give great judgment, because they see all sides and all points of views. So those who has the number 2 energy, or aka 11 energy, mass number 11, 11 is a higher version, make it more powerful. Wow, this is powerful energy right here. You know what I mean? Also those who born on the 29th and the 20th, you know what I'm saying? This is the number 2 energy. The higher version is 11. So now you know. This is how it goes down. They need that balance. They're very friendly too, very friendly and very overstanding. And this is the great thing about them, that they love that peace, and they also are the type who want to walk the righteous path and do the right thing. So justice is very powerful to them too. So you can do so much until they feel like the scales is tilted, and they need to bring justice. You know what I mean? So they can snap. These people can also murder you if the scales get tilted all the way down to the bottom. Charlie Lisa said, peace king lit and check. Okay, I'm moving on to number threes in a minute. So number twos need that harmony, and they need this. They the type like to serve and help you too. So that's the thing about number twos. So now, who's number twos compatible with? Because number two represents the moon. Number two's compatible with mostly twos themselves, and also fours, and also they can be compatible with sevens. But okay, now in bed they mostly compatible with eights and nines, but they're least compatible with fours and seven in bed. Now, nine. I'm a nine. That's why, because the day I born on is the ninth, right? And that's why they compatible with me. A lot of twos, 11. They look in my eyes. I be like hypnotized. Like I be knowing their birthday. I be like, dog. That's why a lot of number twos, 11, just like be so romantic and loving and stuff like that. So they love a love story too. The number twos. Now, let me go to number three. Because number threes is, if you're born on the 3rd, the 12th, born on the 3rd, the 12th, the 21st, and the 30th, this is you. That I mean, this that Jupiter light energy, that Jupiter. So you know this big. That I mean, those who born on the 3rd, that's regular Jupiter. So those who born on 12th, you got the sun and the moon, and Jupiter. So it's like the father, number one, number two, the mother, and number three, the child. So you got the Trinity. That's why number 12s are very powerful. Those I know with number 12, they kind of like successful. They go getters. They very adventurous. And also the 21st, then you got the 30th. So the 30th, you got add a little Pluto to you. You got the Jupiter and Pluto to you type of so you're very powerful. So all number three energy in general, all of them has the number three energy in general, which means that very intense, high power energy. And you can go to the screen, anything you do, very hyper light energy, happy, cheerful, upbeat energy, the exploring type. These people love to learn, and they the student of life. So right now they be right here on YouTube observing everywhere. They be everywhere because they mind everywhere. They knowledgeable. Jupiter deal with wisdom, so they love that wisdom. They definitely fall in love. They can be the life of a party. Wherever the party at, they can scroll. And these people, they love freedom. Freedom very important to them. They don't like to be attached to people, places, and things. They like to be able to go wherever they want to go. And they are the ones who could be adaptable though. So these number threes, number three energy, which is 3, 12, 21, and 30. And 30th. Those are born on these dates. Number 30 is number three energy. So these people are full of compassion. They're super emotional now because you got to understand. They go to the screen. You got that screen fire emotions. So this makes them very creative and very spiritual and very intuitive. So all fire energy definitely intuitive because the fire is within it. And fire represents energy. It represents spirit. So they're very loving and they're very kind and very generous. They're very free-hearted too. Love to give. I know a lot of number threes, they give like no other. They like to give from the heart. People in my family, number threes. So I experience these numbers. I study people, their birthday numbers too. So these people, they are your promoters because they can speak very well. They can entertain a crowd. These are your communicators. They got a good speech game. A lot of them, if they're not, they're on the downside. So believe me, or they got other numbers that's taking over in their natal chart. But most likely the center, all these center numbers, the day you're born, gonna be the most powerful. So they love to have an audience to entertain. They are great at communicators. So these are your communicators who has great social skills. They're very popular in some way. And they can be popular among their community. They can be popular among their family and among their friends. But these people love to be around, and these people love to have fun. They don't like to be bored, period. Bored ain't in these people's name. They hate to be bored. I drive them the wrong way. That make these people go crazy being bored. But these people love to entertain too, but they also, people love them. But people also love them. Let me say it correctly. But people also love them too. And they're very funny. So a sense of humor, like the Sagittarius energy, sense of humor. Yes, these people are your multitaskers. You know why they do a lot of tasks is because they can do that. They're very fast paced and they like to do many things. So these are natural leaders. These are ones you can put in the forefront, like number ones, and they'll go for it. And also, they're all about self growth and self development. Self love is very important for these people. They need it because they clairvoyance. They can see the big picture, so they were very clairvoyant, like the seers, see images, get quick images in the mind. So these people, they can see the big picture too on things. They like to think big and do it big. And the center, they like to be the center of attention. So they're very charming, charismatic, and very pleasing to the eye. So beauty, they say beauty is the eye of the beholder. Well, these people are beautiful. And also they might have wide hips and stuff like that. So these people here have a bold and young appearance. Not to say that all of them has wide hips, because they can have other numbers in their chart, but most likely a lot of them do. And also have a fat butt back there. But they are very bold and very young, and it don't matter how old they are, they still look young. These people are very creative with their hands. They got them hands. They be the craft person. Because I know people in my family, they do hair, they go with the hands, and they got the number 12 and 3 and you know, this 3 energy. And so they like to do craft work or something with their hands. But they need balance. So this is how they stay balanced when they be very active with their hands. So they're very much designers. Amanda Allen, I see you. I see your birthday is August the 24th. Even though you're a Virgo, you got that 6 right there. So the 24, you're born on 24th, which is 6. Now let me get back on track with number 3s. Number 3s people are the designers of some kind, and they do well in public relations. They make great counselors, and they be good in the public and the media, very much in the media. And just like the number 1s, they do good in the media. Number 1s do good in the media too. And also, they could be a spiritual guide and great researchers and a photographer, anything that deal with academics or learning or schooling, and because they love to learn. So learning is very important to them. Just like they love to learn, they make great teachers. And learning keep them in balance and keep them feeling good. So they like to learn everybody's perspective, like about cultures. They like to hear your mind state, my mind state, but they still gonna keep their belief. Even though they listen to you, listen to him or her, they still gonna they still gonna believe in what they believe in, regardless. You ain't gonna change their perspective unless you can prove it. So these are also your truth seekers. And they like to speak the truth, express the truth, because they're very expressive. So they can talk for days. And these could be your writers, your journalists, and news reporters. They can be your news reporter. If they don't like to talk, they like to hear others talk for days, either or. So, but these people are persistent, and they go to the screen. Any work that they do, they're very passionate about. And whatever they set their mind on, they will achieve and accomplish because they're very determined. But they can be a jealous type too on the downside. They can be very jealous, very superficial, inconsistent, and live in illusions and can't control their emotions. So this is the part that they got to watch out for on the downside, because they already got a broad mind, universal mind, and they represent thought. They represent thoughts, words, and action. So they represent the Trinity: thoughts, words, and action. These are your fun-loving people. Like I say, they love pleasure, pleasure-seeking, pleasure. So sex, they have that wild sex. So like that, they love pleasure. Not only that, sensual. They can be into the tantrum, everything. But anything that deal with spiritual, they could think that everything's spiritual too. So you got to think of that too. And they are the ones who like to uplift people. And like I say, they got a great sense of humor, funny type, comedian, and they like funny stuff. They got a keen intellect. Adventurous is the best part of their life. They like to explore, not only physically, but they like to explore things that deal with knowledge, like the culture, study other cultures and stuff like that. Because these are your knowledgeable people. These are your knowledge seekers and your truth seekers. And so these psychic abilities is more claircognizance and clairvoyance. That they got definitely that deals with this energy. So just that big energy. So they got strong intuition. Only if they use it, you know what I'm saying? A lot of this intuition stuff comes like, if you use it, you definitely will see it. But most likely they like to use it. So these are definitely your number 3s. So also on the downside, they can lack stamina and concentration. They can have very much their mood swings. They can have mood swings, go through maniac depression. So they can go crazy on the downside, be irresponsible and all that stuff there. But these people has great rhythm. Music is very important to them. They could be very good at music, like that, the arts. And these people are all about expanding their mind, expanding themselves, growing. They're very talented and very skilled. And like I said, they're very sociable, very friendly, very kind. So these people, who they love to socialize, love to mingle. They love the party. They could be the life of a party. But also they got the ability to manifest anything they choose and be the magical one. So boom, here you have it. These people are very expressive. So they need something to express themselves in. So now you know, beautiful people. This is definitely what it be. Now let's see who they compatible with. Number 3s are compatible with. They compatible with another number 3 and 5s. They could be compatible with number 6. Number 6 and 9. But they compatible with 2s too. 2s, they can be compatible with 2s. But compatible in bed, they're mostly compatible with 5s and 7s. At least compatible with their own. No. They compatible with 3s too. At least compatible with 8s. 8s and 4s. That's what I saw. Oh yeah. Now, let's move on to number 4s. Number 4s, we talking about Mother Earth here. Mother Earth when we dealing with number 4s. Now, those who born on the 4th, the 13th, the master number 22, which is the 22nd, it's a master number. So anything that's a master number is a higher vibration. And those who born on the 31st has the number 4 energy. Now we know number 4s is very structured. So number 13, the type of number 4 you would be, because number 4 is usually just analytical and can be shy a little bit because they like to observe before they speak. But since the 13 will be more expressive because it got number 1 and number 3 there, which is the sun and Jupiter there. So the mass number 22 is very powerful, very, very powerful vibration. And 31, the same can be very expressive. Now, number 4 is a base of the energy that's all about stability and balance. And we need number 4s in our life because they are the Mother Earths of the planet. These are your Mother Earths of the planet. You know what I'm saying? They bring, no matter if you're a male or a female, you bring that Mother Earth energy, that nurturing, highly intuitive vibration, that practical one, who bring people back down to reality when they get out of line. But you're also very hardworking. You got that drive. So out of all numbers, you're one of the most hardest working numbers there is. I know a lot of people in my family with number 4s, and they go for it. They have 2, 3, 4 jobs like that. Start knock the 4 out. Yeah, I know somebody who got 4 jobs actually, but 3 jobs, 2 jobs like that. There, these people are hard working. They're very determined, and the thing is, these people pay attention so much, so analytical, that they can break down every detail. You want these people to write down things. You want people on your team like this. They can organize anything. Management position, they own that. And they neat, they clean, and this is what they need. They're very serious though. They're very serious. And so you got to take these people serious. Like, they're very practical, very realistic. So if they talk, they can be kind of slow because they're trying to say it correctly. They could be sort of like a professionalist because they're professional like. very professional in the way they carry themselves and their manners. And so they got good manners. And these people, unless they got other numbers in there, unless they're on the downside too, but they can be a know-it-all, and they can appear to be weird to some people. Yeah, these number 4 people. But the thing is, number 4 energy, it deal with Uranus. It deal with that Uranus energy. So they definitely, because Uranus got also Aquarius also got Saturn in it too. That people don't know, it got 2 planets, which means it got the higher mind, but it also got the practical, the roots. So Saturn is more organized, more structured, and more disciplined. And so yes, Aquarius got 2 planets, Uranus, the higher mind. So, and which means these people are claircognizant, which means highly intuitive, which basically claircognizant, where they get downloads of information out of nowhere, because Uranus represents the crown. And so Saturn represents the roots. So they represent the higher self and lower self. So when they're in balance, they're at their best. So on the earthly plane, since number 4 itself is an earthly number, but it brings a higher mind, which means it brings heaven to the earth. So the mother brings heaven to the earth. So these people here, they let it be neat, clean. So you need these people in your life because they don't keep you organized. They don't keep you structured. Like when you get out of line or you all balanced, these are the people you need. They will heal you with herbs and stuff like that, herbal healings and stuff like that. And they'll be realistic and practical. You need people like this. These are your humanitarians too now. They're your humanitarians because they got all elements within them. Because it's from the root to the crown, right? So really they got all the elements in them. So these are the ones, they need that balance of the emotions, of the mind, the spirit, and the earthly plane. So they're here on the earthly plane, they're bringing all of this there. So these are your visionaries, and they manifest with their vision because they go for it. And they're very honest, and they're very disciplined. You talking about discipline? Very calm, very disciplined, hard workers. Yes, these people are that. And so order, they're good at bringing order to an environment. That's what I love about these people. We need people like this who keep the balance. You know what I mean? So these people has inner wisdom. Intuition is on fire with the wisdom. And their experience is very important because they will teach you from their experience of how they grew up. So they can grow up very rough so they can learn, but they grew up with high morals, or they can follow their traditional ways of how they grow up. You know what I mean? Or their family ways of how they grow up. Or they can go off the grid because you got Uranus right here. Or they can do their own thing, create their own and experiment. So they're very experimental, very experimental. At the same time, stability is what they always seek. So they're very stable. They're trustworthy though. You can tell them to do a task and they will complete it. These are your healers. Number 4s are your healers, and they also love the family life. Cause you gotta understand, 4s just like the 4th house of Cancer, which also really represents that too. So you can add that in there. It represents the home, represents the roots, represents the ancestors and the culture. And 4s also represents the ancestors and the culture and the roots. And so they like to know about their family and their home life. And so a lot of these people, I notice, they deal with death, life, transformation, and rebirth. I know a lot of people with number 4s in my family. A couple of them, they be the ones who work at funeral, who work at funerals and stuff like that. They do the funeral things, looking at dead people and, toting dead people to their grave and stuff like that. And when they want to own funeral homes and stuff like that. So number 4s. So they deal with death. They're not afraid of death and stuff like that. These people are very constructive. They got the drive and the passion to achieve anything. So integrity is very important to these people, and progress. So justice, that's very important to them too. So they can be judges. Number 4s can be judges. They can be police officers because they deal with, number 4 represents people who loyal. They don't love people. They don't like people who not loyal. They don't like people like that. Just like this country built on number 4s, a Freemasonry. And so number 4s is basically people who don't like traitors and stuff like that. So they go hard on that type of stuff. Morals is very important to these people. So they don't like all that sloppiness, like number three's attitude, or number five's. Them fours really don't tolerate that, cause them threes and five like wild spirits. So them fours more like patience and more order, and they want a lot of people to follow order, but at the same time they could be the ones who don't follow order themselves, because Uranus want to experience and do his own unique thing, but then they got Saturn right there, so it's a battle till they balance it out. They're here to do their own thing because they like to experiment now. So on the low, they can be very freakish through all that professionalism and had a lot of that under there. So these people are the ones who got the endurance. So building solid foundations is what they want. They want a successful house, home, a successful business. So these people is good at going into their own business and they will succeed. So dignity is very important to these people. Running organizations and stuff like that, being a part of organizations, they can manage that very well. They're very good at that. Being of service to you, helping you very well. Applying the knowledge that they gain is very important. And so on the downside though, they can be lazy, violent, very violent. Yeah, they can be very violent because 4 is a forceful number, very powerful number. It's solid, it's an earth. So if they're not balanced, the earth go crazy. It's heavy, right? Dense, phew. And they could be a know-it-all, all that there. You know what I mean? Clumsy, everything. And so they could just also be suicidal too. 4s could be suicidal, want to kill themselves and go crazy mentally. So they need that balance. A lot of them are 4s. They're very depressed. They could be depressed and all that. So them 4s need that love. They are your healers too now. They are your healers. Yes, your Reiki healers. They're good with the hands. Yes, these are your healers. Your mediums too. They could be your mediums, like talk to spirits. And so they could tap into that part of them. But they could tap into that part of them, a lot of number 4s. So spiritual work, healing, they can do all that. Now, we're gonna move on to who they compatible with. I got to tell you who they compatible with. Number 4s right now, I can tell you that they compatible with number 7s, definitely number 7. 7s is like heaven for them. That's like their friend, one of their good friends. And they compatible with number 8s, definitely number 8s. And they compatible with like maybe number 2s, like mostly even numbers, but number 7 be one of them. Cause number 7 kind of organized and order too, got a little structure in a way. So, but number 8's definitely, and number 4's. In bed, they most compatible with number 8's. It could be another number 4 or number 1's, but they least compatible with 3's and 5's. These some wild 3's and 5's are wild spirits now, but they fun loving. They're great communicator, very expressive. Number 3's and 5's are like twins. Number 5's got the Mercury energy, and number 3's got Jupiter. Both of them deal with the mind. So here we go now. Now we speak of number 5. Those who born on the 5th, the 14th, the 23rd. Those who born on the 5th, the 14th, and the 23rd, you are the number 5 energy. On the 14th, you got the sun added to this, so you got a little leadership in the forefront. Cause number 1 is there. Then you got Uranus right there. So you're unique. You're a different type to add on to who you are. The number 23 type, you got the moon, and you got Jupiter there. So this is gonna span who you are, emotions. You're very emotional, super emotional, super clairvoyance and clairsentient. Now, them 5 energy. Okay, your energy makes you a free spirit. You love freedom. The true seeker who love freedom. You like to think freely. You like to walk freely. You like to do everything freely. So you're very expressive. So freedom of expression is very important to you. So when they write number 5, like the 5th Amendment, like not the 5th Amendment, but like expressing yourself, like the throat, the 5th vortex or chakra, this is you. very expressive. Networking, the five senses. Yeah, the five senses, you like to explore all your five senses of taste, or what you see, what you hear, like what you taste, the foods, different foods. So you're here to experience things through your five senses, like different foods, and tell stories and tell people about the stuff, about what you see with your eyes. You know what I'm saying? You like to experiment. You like to experiment. You like to experiment what you hear, the sound of music or different sounds, what you smell, fragrance and stuff like that. And you know, the five senses. So basically, you get what I'm saying. But networking is your thing, and communication is your game. Self-expression is your thing, like I say, and networking is your game. So you're a quick thinker. You gather information from everywhere and from every source. You know a little bit about some of everything. So this is your soul essence. So you know about some of everything, like I said, about what's happening around town and the news, some of everywhere. You know what I'm saying? And plus, you know what I'm saying, pressure can bust your pipe now, because five don't like pressure. Fives do not like pressure. Just like threes, fives definitely don't like pressure. Anybody pressure number five, whoo, they might be in for a fight, because fives is freedom loving. They are the free spirit. So just let them do them and be them. And if they can't have freedom, they'll fight for it. So they'll also fight for your freedom and her freedom. But they got a good talk game. The gift of gab talk game. They can spit. They got the flow. They got Mercury right here. Mercury not communicate on all levels. So the good salesperson. So they make a great business person, a great hustler, great good with the mouthpiece. And they are the ones who fun loving. Them fives are fun loving, very fun loving, and they enjoy networking. They get along with people, and they like to mingle with people or be with people from all walks of life. And they are the type that do not like to stay home. I know a lot of them fives that don't like to stay home. And like, wow, these some wild people. I call number five the wild number. It might be the wildest number. Number threes and fives is the wildest numbers, especially fives. Fives is wild until they slow down and get themselves right. I call them the wild child, even though they're adults or young, however. But they very got a youthful look. They look kind of young, like fast, like thinking, fast movement, like fast talking. Probably grew up in a fast environment and things like that. And they like money the fast way. So these definitely be like your drug dealers too. The thing is though, that's a downer. They need that discipline. See, fives need discipline. How they win? Because they think that freedom is doing what they want to do. But true freedom is discipline. Fives and threes need discipline. You know what I'm saying? So if you're born on the 5th, the 14th, and 23rd, you definitely need this. And these people are very bold, and they do things that other people don't think of. Like they take risks. They're very quick temper, but they do good in the media. They do good in the media, expressing themselves, and like radio shows. They can be a lot of fives I know is truck drivers, and occupations outdoors very important to them. And they don't like to be bored, just like the number threes. They don't like to be bored at all. And so this very important to them is to keep their mind occupied and do things. Because if they don't, they might go crazy like the number threes. So because they don't like to be bored. But these are the ones who need discipline, and they need patience. Without patience, they lose. Without discipline and patience, they lose. They need patience. So long as they have that discipline and patience, they win. And they need something to stimulate their mind, because they deal with the mind, communication. They deal with imagination. So these are the ones who have telepathy power, where they can read your mind sometimes. Sometimes they can finish your sentence off, because they already know. And they also can be clairaudience, where they hear voices or hear their own thoughts all the time, speaking to them, or hear thoughts, you know what I'm saying, of the others, and can read the tone of your voice and knowing what you're saying, while other people don't know, but they know the tone of your voice, what you're saying. So sound is very important to them. They like music, very important to them. Sound of all kind, they be good at that. Even loud music. These people here will listen to loud music, jam that loud. Like number 2s won't listen to loud music. Number 5s will. So anything that stimulate their mind, excite them. And the thing is, they got to leave that stress alone, and being in balance will shatter their nervous system. That's very important. They need that balance, or their nervous system will be shattered. So them 5 very curious about things. So they like to be stick the nose into some things, or to watch things and find information about things. They like to know about information. So give them a little information, they'll be happy. They're very clever, and they're definitely intelligent. Like I say, highly intelligent. You're free thinkers, and they're a magnet. They got charisma, charm, very sexual beings. They like sex, very sexual beings, and very adventurous. These are your promoters. You get them 5s to promote for you, and they are your great storytellers. Like number 3s, number 5s is definitely your great storytellers. They can tell a great story, and very sociable, like I said. And so resourceful people, motivated people, and they stay on the go. That's the thing. Stay on the move, stay on the go. Very versatile though, very adaptable, like your chameleon. They can fit in any environment. You know, they are your fast movers. Talk number 5. Yes, they're experimental too. Of course. But on the downside, they can lack taking responsibility or consistency. And like I say, they can be thoughtless, and they can be not loyal. They could be the ones who not loyal to you. You know what I mean? It feel like an air sign where they don't be detached to you, where they're not loyal. You know what I mean? And these are the ones who could feel like they're in prison, shackled down, and be inactive, don't want to do nothing, very lazy. But on the upside, these people are very inventive, where they can invent stories, invent this. They like to travel too. They have great understanding when dealing with you, me, him, her, anyone. So they can be into the health professions and healing, so that they can get into that too. So personal freedom matter a lot. So these are the type of people that don't like to be attached to people, places, and things, and responsibilities. They really don't like to be attached to having responsibilities. But if they do discipline, they could win. And that's basically it for number 5s. Now, who they compatible with, them 5s are more compatible with. They could be compatible with 7, but 7, they really don't. They could be compatible with number 7s. 7s definitely, and maybe and number 1, but they definitely compatible with number 3s in a lot of ways. But they really compatible with almost anybody in bed, but they least compatible with 4s and 8s. You know what I'm saying? Because 4s and 8s more structured, more organized. So now, let me go to number 6. Number 6 energy. 6, like the 6th chakra, like the 3rd eye. Like you already know what it is. You know it's clairvoyance. You know them 6s is the humanitarian, people loving people. 6 is the soul number, right? And so those who born on the 6th, the 15th, and the 24th, this is you. If you born on the 15th, you got the sun, you got Mercury connection. It makes you more expressive, more communicative. So like Gemini, Virgo energy with it. Now, if you're born on the 24th, you got more of the moon, Uranus energy, number 6. Number 6 represents Venus. Like number 5 was Mercury. Number 6 is Venus, which means Libra and Taurus. And so you add 24th, the moon and Uranus, you're super psychic. You know that. Because number 6 already psychic, it's clairvoyance. Because number 6 are the ones who are all about love. Anytime you deal with love, you're going to be psychic because you're in tune into knowing about people. It's all about people, all about the humanitarian issues. And so you can be in tune with how people think, how people walk, what makes them tick. And so to serve others. That's why number 6 is one of the most psychic signs, because 6th sense. 6th sense. It is what it is. Numbers going to always be the same, no matter where you put it. Serving the community, being an activist for the community. If you're not that, you're going to serve in some way. You want to help in some way. Number 6 have a need to be useful and to help people. If they don't, they feel useless. They feel like they can't help no one. They feel useless. And so number 6 people need to feel useless. And the environment is very important. Their community, their family, that's what they're about. You know what I mean? It's a lot of number 6 be into politics and stuff like that because they think they can make a difference in these people system. Unless you the woke type of number 6, then you know the deal. So, but these people always trying to help their family, always trying to help those they love, and they want to feel helpful and useful. But the thing is, they're very beautiful. These are the ones who have the curves. They can be little and still have curves. Have nice shaped bodies and everything else. Or they might like people with nice shaped bodies or beautiful. They love beauty. Basically, you might think they like physical beauty, and that's true, but they mostly like the soul beauty, the kindness. They mostly like the love. That's their beauty. That's what their beauty really into. It's not really the physical. It's really the soul. So these people are very nurturing. These are your nurturers. 6 is nurturing number and charming, just like number 2 is nurturing, charming, and they're very popular. And they give practical and wise advice. And people come to them when they need some advice because they know that number 6 will have that advice. They know that number 6 is highly intelligent and intuitive. They know number 6 has the answer. Number 6 is calm, and number 6 will listen. They keep their eyes open, even though they don't want to hear it. They will listen. I know a lot of number 6 that will just listen, and they're very analytical. And they could be like your nurses, your doctors, your lawyers, and your healers. Definitely your healers. They into politics, like I say, a lot of them. Anything that deal with like helping people or finding solutions to problems, because these are your problem solvers. They could be your judge, your lawyers. You got that Venus effect, that Venus energy with the Libra in it. So number 6 are your humanitarian, but also got Mercury in number 6 too. That Mercury energy, like number 6 is what? 6 month is Gemini. The 6th house is what? Virgo. So they got that in there too. They got a little Taurus, Libra mixture, like Venus and Mercury mixture. So these are the ones who can communicate and speak well. Very expressive, but don't mind being in the media. So number 6 are the ones who love the home life, love the family life, and they are very supportive of people, especially their family and their loved ones. And they like to give good advice. They got wise advice, and they love to serve people in the community. Like I said, they're here to protect the human welfare of people. They're here to help people. They're here to inspire people, motivate people. This is what they do well. They deal with the mind, so they know you can't deceive these people. Because they know you. They know the human nature. They study psychology, the mind, what makes you tick and not tick. They talk about people all the time. Number 6 talk about people all the time. They might talk about their cousins, their aunts, their uncle, but they don't talk about people just the gospel. Some of them do, but mostly they talk about them to know their mind state. Say, ooh, you see what cousin did? Look how he think. You know what I mean? They were trying to figure out how people thinking and stuff like that. A lot of number 6. So number 6 are a sex magnet. So they love sex. A lot of number 6. If they don't, that means they discipline, and it's more spiritual sex. But so these people here are very disciplined. They can be too self-righteous on the downside, though. They got to watch out for that and stop trying to be the professionalist all the time. And they're good. They got to understand that imperfection is just as good as being a professionalist. And they got to watch out for being a martyr or dying for people who not even worthy to die for, fight for people who not even worthy to fight for. And they got to watch out for being too dominant and bossy too. Because they like to, even though they're nurturer, they like the mother type. That that energy, it's like a balance, mother and masculine. They the type that like to run the household, because they know that thing's going to be right. So they gotta be careful on the accept people. So this is all about acceptance. They deal with the heart chakra. Not only the third eye chakra, but the heart, because Venus deal with the heart too. So when they bring the mind and the heart together, that's balance. So it's good for them to express themselves with a balanced type of energy. So everything could be all about them on the downside, so you gotta watch out for that. And these people are all about justice, and they want to see justice that happen to the injustice. Like with all these murder cases going on, if something is wrong, they want to see justice. They want to see killer brought to justice. Number 6 is that type. Cause they deal with being a judge. They deal with justice. They deal with being a lawyer. They deal with bringing balance to the world. So we need number 6 to bring balance to the world. And so these are the people who have wisdom, and they live in their truth. They love truth. They're very beautiful. Like I say, they love beauty of all forms, and they're very supportive. So they're here to be supportive. They're here to aid you. They're here to counsel you. Number 6 vibration. But they're very cheerful though. On the upside, they're very cheerful, very caring, and very opinionated. So they can be outspoken too. So these people will stand up for their principles or their morals, and they will fight for it. And like I say, they're very intuitive, very strong, intuitive people, and sensual, and peace loving. Even though they're wise, like I said, they're empath. Definitely, we know they're empath. Because anytime you deal with humanitarian issues and love, you're talking about empath energy. You're talking about people who can feel your energy, feel your pain, know your pain through love. They know you. You know what I mean? Humanitarian issue, know what makes your mind tick. So they let you know how psychic they is. Or they could be. A lot of them be blocking their energy. That's why. But when you know yourself through this knowledge, then you get yourself right. You say, oh, you're right. Oh, King Lit was right all the time. Yeah, because you already was that. You just didn't know. And some of you knew, but you need the confirmation. And number 6 energy, they're very responsible people. They're the one who would take responsibility for themselves and handle their business. They are your teachers, they are your providers, and they are your healers. And they are the seeker of knowledge and truth. And they're very honest. And they curious too. They can be nosy too, stick their nose in where it doesn't belong. Because they can also be narcissists now. Don't get me wrong. They can be very much like narcissists. Another thing, number 6 can be also the type who sacrifice themselves to you, but they live by integrity. Integrity, which means they're going to do the right thing no matter what. If they're your friend, they'll speak well of you no matter where they go. That's on the upside. Or if they're spiritual, they'll be spiritual no matter where they go because they live with integrity. And these are the type who will compromise and make deals with you to keep the peace. But it depends on what it is. And they want to spread unconditional love. And so anybody who born on the 6th, the 15th, or the 24th, this is you. They're all about parenthood. And the 6th will appear like they're your ancestors or something. Like while they living, it will appear like they're your ancestors because they will protect you and be with you and help you at every step of the way. Sometimes they can be too nurturing and too self-righteous, so they got to watch out for that and let people be who they be. And don't always get on people's case about this and about that. And they good. So they need that balance. So these people are very much solution finding, like be a problem solver, and musical gifts. They got that talent, being a musician, singing, rapping, whatever. And they'll be good in the media. They definitely will. They'll be like your models because they look pretty with the curves, and they're very stylish and stuff like that. So yeah, they can be very classy, very stylish too now. Hard workers, and the ones who are very protective. So number 6 is very powerful vibration. You deal with unconditional love and stuff like that. You deal with family issues and family, taking care of their family and their loved ones. So these are your humanitarians and people who love. These are your people pleasers and people loving people. They do anything to please people too. So you got to watch out for that part too. They can also be weak-minded and weak-willed. So you got to watch out for that. And also superficial. So you got to watch out for that. So the thing is, their conscience play a big part. So they feel they got to do the right thing because it's going to bother their heart. If they don't, it's going to bother their soul. So they got to do the right thing. And who they compatible with? Number 6 are compatible with mostly like, number 6 compatible with mostly like, I would say they could be compatible with like 3s and nines, but mostly like two can go good with them, or twos can go good with them. That I say, because it's Venus Mercury effect. So yes, fives can go good with them, but it's up to the individual at the all. You know what I mean? And who they least compatible, who they can be least compatible with. Maybe them strong numbers, because those who had an attitude sixes, since I got an attitude one, I've been battling a lot of them. I'm talking with attitude numbers now. But those who got six somewhere else, like this placement be very good with, because I'm number 9. Sometimes I get along with some of them, but some of them got a strong personality. So they like number ones, like they'll battle, and they can have problems with number 9's got a strong personality too. So that's the basis of number 6. Now we're going to number 7. But see, I love all numbers, all vibrations, all frequencies. Numbers don't lie. But here we go. Renee Smith, I see you. You're born on the 14th, April the 14th. So your number is the 14 is 5. You got to rewind this thing, go back to 5. Now we on 7, because I ain't going backwards. We on 7. No, the day I born is the 9th. So we getting there. So those who born on the 7th, the 16th, and the 25th, this is you. I said the 7th, the 16th, and the 25th, this is you. So those who born on the 16th, you got the sun and Venus connected to your 7, Neptune. And those who born 25th, you got the moon and Mercury connected to your 7. Now, we know that number 7 is a spiritual number. This is your inner self, your true self, who you are at the core. Because the center, the day you're born, will impact your attitude number and your life path number. It's very strong. It's your gift, your talent, your personality, all in one. So now, the number 7 energy says that you know you're magical. You deal with spirituality. You deal with creating miracles, because you know how to use your energy, or you're going to learn how to use your energy. Let me say it correctly. You're going to learn how to use your energy, because you're all about spirituality. You're all about who is God? What is God? Being skeptical, question things. The psychologists, the ones who know psychology, who deal with the mind, the master of the mind. You deal with mastery. See, number 7 want to master whatever it can master. Number 7 deal with expertise, want to master things. When you get into something, you very focused. You concentrate. I'm a life path 7, so I already know your energy. I know your energy. See, this you in the core. The core is in the center. And so you all about mastery and your expertise. This your gift. And you love to learn, but you don't listen to everything you learn. You like to break down things that you learn and bring the truth out of that. So you are professional like. You can be professional like, but you like to do things your way. Very focused. You persistent. You determined. You get things done. Very sensual. Oh yes, because you got high energy, because number 7 is very spiritual. To be spiritual, you won't have that high energy. You deal with energy. You deal with energy, high vibration. Matter of fact, you deal with the crown. Matter of fact, the 7 chakras, all the chakras. So the crown is the master of all. So claircognizance, you definitely there. You just know. You get downloads from the universe out of nowhere. So number 7 also can feel energy. Energy. You're very intuitive. Got a confident knowing. You did this is your realm of reality, the meditation realm, the spiritual realm. I mean, this is your realm. You rule this realm. Number 7s are those who born on the 16th or the 25th. This is your realm. So you definitely are an introvert, but you also could be an extrovert. You're mostly an introvert, but you also could be an extrovert. You are dreamy, very dreamy, imaginative, like to dream, imagine about love, fantasize about this, about that. You understand that dream world. It feels so good. Because sometimes as a life path 7, I want to do that. So I know your energy. Your energy, sometimes I want to dream. And also, you're the one who like to decode things and dissect subjects, break it down. Because you're a problem solver naturally. You like to put things together. You like to solve problems and you like to do it yourself. You really don't like people to interfere when you're trying to find a solution. And those around you, they can irritate you, so you rather be by yourself when you solve a problem. Most of the time, anyway. Unless you got other numbers that help you concentrate good, because you deal with concentration. And you like to focus on the task. And so you question everything as a philosopher and a deep thinker. You think deeply. You reflect. You don't want that lay back at night or late or cut out the light and deep reflect. How can I find a solution to this? What I did wrong? What I did wrong today? What can I change? You always think about everything. You think about the color you wear. Was it right today? You think of everything. So, but you always find a solution to any problem, and you come correct, because you can be the perfectionist too. So that's the thing that number 7 is gonna learn, that you're gonna learn how to discipline yourself. You're gonna learn master that imperfection is also perfection. And so everything is spiritual to you. Everything you see, everything you touch is spiritual to you. And that's what it's going to come down to, because you deal with the mind. So you're going to want to be the one who break down some of everything. You have challenges with other people. Some people are going to see you as a know-it-all. Anybody who clear cognizance, I mean clear knowing, people will see you as a know-it-all. But it's your psychic gift, and you do be right. You know what I mean? So the thing is, they might think you be wrong, but you do be right, and you prove them right. Because you are the type where people give you comments all the time saying you was right. I should have listened to you. You that type. You claircognate. So, but you also clairsentience, you also clairvoyance, you got all the psychic gifts. And that's the thing. You also could be a medium who can talk to spirit. Because this is your field. The psychic realm, the mind, the spiritual realm is yours. So you're the definition of self-mastery. Also the master of the mind, the master of knowledge, the master of spirituality. So you can be a spiritual master. Teach people about spirituality. Teach people how to control their minds. Teach people about meditation. So meditation is your home. So your mind is always on fire. Your mind is heaven. Just like life path 7. I want to rank my life path number with the 7. So I'm very excited about this number. But all numbers is important. That I want y'all to know. You are the sage, you definitely the psychic, and you can read anybody energy or aura, which means colors of the life force. Once you are focused and tuned within yourself, and listen to your inner voice, woo. Once you listen to your inner voice, woo, you gonna give them problems. And you just love the spiritual world. That's basically it. The spiritual world brings you comfort and security. And that will help me out as a life path 7. When I think of the Great Spirit with me, all fear go away, everything else go away. And so that's why you got to have trust in the divine, 7. This is where you get your spark at, knowing that the higher source is with you, knowing that energy don't die, spirit lives forever. That way you won't have no fear, nothing. And so you stay deep into your inner world, and this is what you need to do. Stay deep into it. You're always looking within for the answers of life, and your intuition is always accurate. You are here to bring the light to the world and sparks the minds of many souls and individuals. And you're here to bring awareness and to help people reach their highest potential and the highest self. But on the downside, we know you can be very isolated and very aloof and don't want to deal with nobody. You can be imbalanced and very snappish and very argumentative. And also, you can chop people down with your words. Your words can just kill somebody, because you know what to say. You're so strong. You're already a great communicator. You're already skilled at what you do, communicating and thinking. And you can be very critical and say some very harmful words that people can't become themselves again. So you need to be careful not to get on that side, because you'll be very critical and isolate yourself from the world. You can say some very powerful, strong stuff that people will remember for the rest of their life. Because you're a very great communicator, and you well spoken. But the same as how you speak, and you can chop people down, you can also get yourself out of that. And that's the gift that you have. Because you got ways, you got tactics, you got strategy. and you're very well-spoken person. You got many creative gifts. So you got creative powers. You're here to create your reality, just like the number ones do spirituality. You're here to use the universe for everything. Spirituality, which means use the elements of air, fire, water, and earth, and more. Which means gemstones is earth, or herbs is earth, air, I mean speaking the mind, communication, meditation, imagination, and spirituality, performing, like performing the elements together, like what they call magic, or some say Hika, some whatever name you want to call it. But you are the musician and the philosopher, and you're the one with the scientific mind. You could be a scientist. You be into fields of metaphysics, science, astrology, numerology, and also any healing, arts of healing, because you're a great healer. You make a great healer. So balance is the key to your life, and trust. You need that trust the divine. Balance and trust the divine. So you make a great strategist and planner. So you make a military general as a planner. So people with your strategy, you can't lose, because you know the ins and outs. You know how to put a plan together. You're very sharp, very intelligent, two-tip genius. Shoot, you do great in business too now if you want to, but mostly your business would be. It's hard for you to go into business because you're very spiritual. Sometimes it can be hard, and you can lack determination to make money off people. But when you do get into it, you can make a great business person because you know how to advertise things, and you can master whatever you set your mind to. But also, you're here to bring the energy together and to help bring people together through your knowledge, through your wisdom, through your truth. You know what I mean? You can do that. You got the power to do that. Color coordination is what you do good, because like bringing things together, like synergy, like bringing like numerology together, like people might get a little bit of information. You the one who will go around and bring all this information together as one to create something that's powerful. And people are like, ooh, that's a lot of information, a lot of details. How you can put things together so good. How you can like catch on to something and put it together, an idea, and invent something off. You very much inventor, a trendsetter. You got all that ability, but you'll be good at the spoken word, the written word, and the creative word, being very creative. So the spoken word, the written word, and the creative word. Any word play, this your home too. So you could be a great writer. So you have telepathy power where you can read people's minds, also transfer your thoughts to others. But also you make a great counselor of any kind, because you have the wisest advice out of almost everyone. And the way you give advice be different the way a regular person give advice or any other number give advice, because you are finding a new way of doing something and creating your own, and also bringing out the truth. So with this being said, the number 7 is powerful. Scientific mind, imaginative, want to dream. You make a great dreamer too. Now get up out that. Don't escape. Don't go to alcohol. Don't go to getting high. Escaping yourself from problems. Confront it. It's number 7. Confront it. Because once you confront it, because you're strong enough to do, you're very powerful. And connect with the higher powers. Connect with the higher source. The spiritual realm is yours. The extraterrestrial spiritual realm is yours. You are the home of magic and meditation. You are persistence. You are ambitious. You are practical. And you will achieve your objectives because it's in you. You got all that inner fire. But you're the one who will be the sage. Not only the intuitive genius, but the creative genius. Creative of any kind. The arts, the culture. You into all of that. The arts, the culture. The great researcher. Yeah, so you can do all of that now. Also a writer now. And you understand the human nature. You understand people. So, and this is what you study to understand more. And the thing is about you super emotional, but a lot of times people don't see it, but you very emotional and deal with your feelings. So you very emotional. So watch out for being self-righteous, just like number 6. Watch out for being so much in your ego or pride, having so much pride. Watch out for being argumentative and being depressed, because you can be very depressed because you go through a lot. And watch out for being inactive, hypercritical, because you can be very critical and call people who you think on a lower frequency. You can criticize those who can't reach your standards and expectations. So watch out for that, because you can say they think too slow, they move too slow. You say I don't like this person because they slow, very slow. So watch out for that. Watch out for that there, and watch out for being a perfectionist. You got a keen mind. You're very determined. You're very much knowledge seeking and truth seeking, and you like to learn. You like to study and stuff like that. Alchemy will be you. Any environment that you go into, you could change to positive energy. Any bad environment you go into, you could change to good energy. You know what I mean? So alchemy is you, which means changing the negative to good. So it's basically in religion, you really don't do well in that because it's too much of another person thinking. So you will go outside of the box of that. So religion, you ain't too much that. And if you is into religions, if you're 7 and you into religion, that means that you will be more like the leader of that religion. Very manipulative. So with it being said, spiritual awakening is part of you, enlightenment is part of you, and your inner knowing self. Inner knowing, you know the truth. You can read anybody like a book. You can see through, like the radar detector, you can see through lies and BS. So you got the endurance, you got the persistence, you got the high energy to accomplish anything. But you also could be very like a loner, a solid, very like solitude. You don't like to conform to nothing. So now, who you compatible with? Who is you compatible with? You compatible with, I know 1. You compatible with the 4. You could be compatible with 5. And you could be compatible with 9, because 9 is a very spiritual number. Now, let's go to number 8. We're getting there. We're getting there. We're getting there. Because number 8, you know what you are. You are the material manifestor. I already did number 6. You got to go back to number 6. You got to go back to number 6. Number 8, you know what you are. This is a powerful vibration here, because you deal with Saturn. Saturn, Capricorn. So you practical, forceful, ambitious, determined. I'm going to just say straight off. You're practical, which means you're realistic. You ain't with all that dream world stuff. You about the reality of things. This is your world, the earthly world, where you get that money, the money go getter. And through your vision, you manifest, because you got the practical intelligence to manifest anything. And so the ones who have money that I know in my family, a lot of number 8s who born on the 8th, the 17th, or the 26th. These people have that cake. They have that cake. They have that money. Even if it's not on a big scale, they will have it like, out of the group, they have more than anybody in their group of income, of money. Most of them anyway, unless they're on the downside. And if they almost do anything to get money though, number 8s. Even in the script club, they do almost anything. They all about that cake. They about that money. A lot of number 8s, you hear them stress, I'm about that paper. So just like the number 4s, number 8s is definitely like that too. And so, cause they earthly, you know what I'm saying? They're practical, compassionate, and family oriented. So now, how number 8s win, they got to balance out their spirituality with the earth part. So if they balance that out, that's how they win. They be too earthly, too materialistic, they lose. So they good at managing money or managing anything. Doing budgeting. They're good at budgets, finances, and things like that. Business. These are your business people. And they know how to make an organization successful, build a group up and make it successful, or build people up and make it successful. They know how to bring people together and make them successful and prosper. They're good at organizing and structuring things. Number 8s. So business they have to have their own business. Because number 8 is a strong number. They will bump heads with any authority figure. 8s will bump heads with any authority figures. And just like number 7s, 8s got the ability to be very spiritual and divine. Because it's step up above 7, but they just choose to be earthly, a lot of number 8s. But those 8s who are spiritual, you see why. They got the power to manifest anything. So they could be your mediums. Just like the 8th house of Pluto, which is Scorpio. Got a little bit of energy there. You see the 8th month, which is Leo there. But we speak of number 8, talking about Capricorn that lead it all. Capricorn. So now, number 8s, yes, they very outspoken. They can be very blunt, but they're very cool and very calm. But you don't see no emotions out of a lot of number 8s. A lot of 8s I know, you don't see no emotional people. So it's hard to see emotions out of these people. They might seem like they're cold, but they're not. It's just their earthly ways, you know. And they don't play when it comes to their money or finance. And they be nervous about money. They might have a lot of money, but still be nervous because they want to make sure they secure. So they're very security oriented when it comes to finances and their family and things like that. They family oriented too, business oriented, and they dedicated and loyal to their family. And they will provide. They are your providers, like the number 4s and 6s and stuff like that. They are your providers. And number 2s. So these are your providers. So they love to have the best of everything. These are the ones who have the expensive this, expensive that. Yes, I know number 8s like that. Yeah, my people, like, they have like $1,000 pair of shoes. One shoes, number 8, $1,000. And this is a life path 8. So I already know how number 8s play. And other people got a business. Number 8. Come on, man. A lot of all these number 8s I know in my family got management jobs or their own business. So it's true. That's why I say numbers don't lie. These people get it done. If they don't, they probably living very lavish like. But it's about that money, or drug dealers or something. But number 8s have strong intuition that makes them a good judge of character. And so these could be like your healers, great healers, if they choose that way. But a lot of them choose to get that money, the business, but they love the best of everything. And they like to look like the best and like to be the best. They don't like to lose. Them 8s don't like to lose. So they very, let me take my breath, because I've been talking and talking and talking. They're very patient and they're very disciplined. And like I say, they have a cool, calm, and collective demeanor. And to some people, they appear to be detached or emotional, not emotional. Not emotional because they don't show their emotions, and they can be very detached. But on the downside, they could be worried about money, like I say, when they don't have no reason to worry about money at all, because they got it. And they're very fortunate though. That's why they shouldn't worry about money. That's why they need the spiritual part of them to help them out. And they also need to balance out their working life, because they workaholics. They hard workers. They overworked. All they do is work. So these number 8 people, and all they can talk about is their job, about their work. So some of them anyway, not all. So the great thing about them is that they got a great vision, where they can see the big picture, and they got a great vision to help them manifest whatever they want. So they the powerhouse of manifestation. They were born to be lucky when it comes to fortune, when it comes to money. So these people here don't have to worry about money. That's why they need the spiritual part of them to help them out, so they won't be greedy, so they won't be like too materialistic. They already got everything else in them to help them to be spiritual. And also they need to be able to spend time with their family, because they can work so much until they barely spend time with their family. And as long as they don't be selfish, they good. And materialistic, they be good. As long as they don't be a workaholic, they'll be good. So they basically here to bring organizations together and to help organizations and groups and people prosper. And they're also here to show people how to get money, how to organize, and how to prosper. And so they are your great planners in the world. And they're good at taking initiative when it comes to plans. Them 8s are highly intellectual. They're their mind. They have the ability to tap into the seen world and the unseen world. So when it comes to their psychic gifts, they could be a medium, very much a medium where they fit, where they could talk to spirit, or they could feel energy in their body. They could channel energy, where they could where energy just flow through their body, could channel energy. But they also need to bring the material world and the spiritual world together to win that balance. And this will keep them winning. So without the spiritual world, they could feel empty, and they could be violent, rebellious against authority. These people are rebellious against authority. That's why they got to have their own business. And they could be very bossy, very dominating, very bossy, and very materialistic, and very greedy. And also they can hold a grudge. Number 8 can hold a grudge now. These people can hold a grudge. And so that's why these people need to do the right thing. But it has a desire for peace too, and a love for humanity, and to transform themselves to a better person. So it's all about improvement with them. They all want to grow, and they don't listen to everything you say. They need facts. They need tangible evidence, facts. And they're very honest, and they're very blunt. They got great strength. And their main thing, money, organizations, and having their own business. That's one of the great things. But these people are free-willed, disciplined, and spiritual conscious. Yes, they're aware, but they could be your problem solvers too. They like they good with the hands, so they do like mechanic work. So then they're your natural leaders too. So, like I said, these people on the downside have a superiority complex and be all about greed and dominating. So they be very dominant. They got a strong personality, strong attitude, but they cool, they calm. You know, they got a strong personality. And they need to learn how to give more and receive more, and don't be greedy, and they win. So this is how they win. Number 8. So prosperity is part of their life. Material freedom is what they need too. So they need that. And they pretty much professional. They got a professional attitude, some of them, but they got an executive attitude, like they the boss, or the king and queen like mentality. But they got to watch out for their ego. The ego will bring them down. Being too authoritative, fighting against authority figures all the time, having conflict with other authority figures. They got to watch out for that. And so these people got they got integrity, but they also got compassion. Now, who they compatible with? I say number 4 is another number 8, basically. And they could be compatible with 6, even numbers mainly. But now we're going to the number 9. And this is my soul number, my cosmic soul number right here. Number 9. I born on the 9th of October. So those who born on the 9th, the 18th, and the 27th, this is you. On the 18th, you got the sun and Saturn with yours, so you could be a little disciplined. Those who got the 2 and the 7 type of number 9s, that's the moon and Neptune. You more psychic than anything. You're born on 27. You can be more psychic than anything. 9 itself has all the psychic abilities anyway, but I add on to it. So number 9, the 9 energy, you the old soul. So old soul is like old wisdom. You come into the world with this wisdom, you just had to tap into it, and you all about the universal love. Like I always tell people, I love you all the time. I love you. I love you. I always used to express universal love before I even knew about numerology. Then I read that number 9 say universal love. I said, wow, that's fire there. I tell everybody that. My people be like, Corey love everybody. That's my name, Corey, right? Even though it's Kane Lit, but they say Corey love everybody. Yes, and they be smiling with that, because I tell everybody that I love you, I love you. So universal principles is what number 9 is about. Universal concepts, and number 9s are the true humanitarians on a big level. Number 6 is humanitarian, but number 9 is it on a global scale, big level. So number 9 is more acceptance to people, about who they are. Like, we don't judge you like that. I mean, we might judge the way you act, but we accept you for who you are. We accept you for who you be. I mean, you could be a type, you could be homeless, you could be the one, you could be a booty shaker in the club, you could be anything you be. We don't be all that judgmental stuff about who you are. We accept you for who you are. I mean, because we're more into people. We're more into souls of people. We want to help people. So number 9, people, you call us the advanced souls that's walking and living on this earth. Or you call us the walking, living universe, or the one who has the divine conscience. So number 9, people are the one who bring heaven on earth, definitely. Who has higher thoughts and higher perspectives on things, respected about everything on a higher level. And these are your fighters. Number 9 is like warriors, fighters. I mean, like, a lot of number 9 got cuts in their hands or cuts in their head. Like, I got cuts all in my head. Like, a lot of number 9s that you see, not every number 9, but a lot of number 9s got some type of wound, emotional wound, physical wound, because they done been through the war. Because number 9 represents Mars and Pluto energy in general. Also, the ninth month is what? Virgo. The 9th house is what? Sagittarius. So you got all that there. So this is like very big energy right here. And so we speak of number 9. These people here ain't scared of the dark side. They're not scared of the dark side. They go through things like the Pluto energy. They're very much psychic, because Pluto is like one of the most psychic signs. And so they're very much psychic. They're pretty much healers. Virgo is a healer. We know that, all that there. The clairvoyants, they got all the psychic gifts, but they definitely take action like a warrior, like Mars and Pluto, one of the 2 most warrior planets. And they're brave and they never give up. It's not in them. They fight in everything they do. And they have the power to bring order to injustice. A lot of number 9s. And number 9s are highly intuitive, highly psychic, highly intuitive. They have all the psychic gifts because it's the last number. Before I go back to number 1. And they're very giving, very generous. And we as number 9s, we can give you something, we don't want nothing back in return. We don't. A lot of us, we don't, unless they're greedy type. But a lot of number 9s don't want nothing back. We give from our heart, give from our soul. Because number 9 don't only represents the crown, it also represents the heart too. It really represents all that energy in one. But 9 are very acceptance of people for who they are. And we very happy, very cheerful like people. Very aggressive energy, very hyper energy. That'll be big energy, strong energy. People who talk kind of strong, like hype, like, and you can tell the confidence in them. Them number 9s, and a lot of number 9s. 9 is the most sexual number. The sexual energy high. A lot of people don't know. The only reason why a lot of people don't know that, and they think that number 3 or number 5 is, or number 6, is because number 9s, the way they do it is wisdom. Like, they just not gonna go out in the open and choose anybody to have sex with because they wise. See, number 9 do it wise, but number 9, when they do choose a partner, they can work a partner under the ground sexually because they got energy for days. Number 9 is the most sexual being. They need sex in a way. If they don't have sex with a partner, they will get off. Some of them got, a lot of them probably have dildos and all type of stuff. So, but they're going to be wise the way they do it. That's basically what I'm saying. And that's why a lot of people can't tell. Number 9 be horny, like catch natural orgasm out of nowhere. They don't know how that came on them like that. And they are great performers, philosophers, writers, your therapists. They're your counselors. They're your light workers. They definitely clairsentients, your empaths, the highest vibration of what an empath is. Because they all about universal love. So, and they'll be good in metaphysics, science, astrology, numerology. Metaphysics, science, astrology, numerology, research, mechanic work. Because they can do physical work too now. Craft with the hands, good with the hands, and anything that they put their mind to. They deal with humanitarian issues. Because these are your true humanitarians. And like I say, the sex drive is high because they have a high source of energy. They're very aggressive. But they got explosive temper. But just like they got explosive temper, they can snap on you. They can forgive you quick too. And yeah, they can forgive you quick too. So number 9, people are brave. Like I say, they fight in everything they do. They'll fight the rest of their life, like far as emotionally. They'll fight emotionally, mentally, not only physically, but mostly mentally and spiritually. And this will make them strong all around. They fight off on everything. And they protect the weak. They protect those who they love. Also, so these people like to learn from people. They like to learn from places. They like to learn from books. They like to learn from everywhere. So they like to learn on a universal level. So they the master student and also the master teacher, the master healer. So number 9 people are very communicative, very expressive. They're more expressive than 3 and 5. Highly expressive. Like me, myself, I can go for days and days and days and days and days. Like I went one time, like 6 hours nonstop, meeting another person. And this was with a master number 22 person. You know, the master number 22 is a high vibrational. Even though we both was Libras, I had that 9 there. You know, Libras are already communicative, but to go like that long, I told like, 6 hours straight. Come on. Now, they're natural leaders and they love to discuss topics. They love to talk. They love to be the problem solver. They like to find solutions. They like to help you. They need to help you and to serve you. And these people are more forgiving than anybody. They'll forgive you quicker than anybody. They're very confident and they are the sage. They are very cheerful, very charming, definitely stylish. Stylish. But they also is tough cookies and powerful. They can be tough and very magnetic. Then they dreamy, of course, imaginative in the dream world. It could be all about the home life, in the home, going with inside themselves, that type of home life, the ancestors, the culture, stuff like that. So these people understand and understand your psyche, your mind. So these are psychologists. They understand the human nature. They can read you like a book. They know you, and they pay attention to everything. They like to learn about everything. So they're very acceptance. Like I say, they're easygoing, they're kind, they're very sensitive, and they're fighting for justice. This is the biggest vibration, biggest number, very strong number, warrior. So they got strategy and tactics when it comes to war. Even like a lawyer, they could be a lawyer, great judge, all that. So number 9 capabilities are almost unlimited. It's up to them how they make it. So they're very responsible. Like I'm a reliable person. When you ask me to hold something for you, I will hold it, and it will be safe. You ain't got to worry about it. It will be protected. So these are your light workers, your philanthropists, people. These people, my throat, I get it. They all about divine wisdom, stuff like that. So they be all into the spiritual world. Number 9 is very spiritual, because after the number 8, after getting that material wealth, what do you want to do with it? You want to share it. Universal love, you done had everything. Number 9, I had everything. It's spiritual love. Spiritual love, you want to share everything you got. You want to share your mind, you want to share your time, you want to share your knowledge, you want to share your wealth, you want to share everything. That's number 9 spirit. And number 9 accept you for who you are. Yep. Number 9, very acceptance of people. Acceptance of people. Like other people be like trying to judge people. Number 9 gonna be the type like, why are you judging this person? You know better than this person. So number 9 could be like kind of like professionalists too. They could be the professionalists too. But they could be like, why are you judging this person? You did wrong too, like that there. So number 9 got good judgment too. So like how can a person judge another a person sell drugs can judge another person sell drugs. How can you say why you selling drugs and you do it too? So number 9 be the one who put things in perspective for them. You know what I mean? Like why would you judge him? You might well don't say nothing at all if you do it too. So that's number 9. And number 9 deal with the public in general, worldwide, public relations. being in the media, all that communication, teaching some of everything, doing acting, performing. Cause number 9 is very creative. This is a creative number. 3, 6, and 9 is creative, very creative numbers. It's also 7. Creative numbers. Creative. Oh, number 1 creative too, so don't get me wrong. Them 2s and like 4s and 8s like hard workers, and them 6, they can be hard workers too. These people are like, but number 9s got the ability to do some of everything or anything. What they choose. The choice, but most are gonna be spiritual and creative. And they're gonna live by their intuition, by their own truth. And so number 9s are the ones who need a goal, need a mission to accomplish. They gonna have one, and they got great inner strength, and they're very loyal. That's a good thing. So problem solving is the key to their life. They like to solve problems, and these are your artistic genius, and they like to expand their mind and their viewpoints, and they like to grow to be their best self. So growth is very important to them. They use your visionary. They see the big picture. They think big. They do it big. So these are your 9s. 9s can also be content where they at, and they can live like poorly, which means you would call them poorly. To them it's spiritual. They can live like a regular life without worrying about being rich. Because them 9s already feel they rich, already been here before. And so they're basically number 9. And Mimi Lewis already did number 5s, which is 14. You born on the 14th. So, yeah, I just have to rewind this. I done went through about all this now. But on the downside, number 9s can be very aggressive, very dangerous, not nobody to play with. Yeah, because they'll take you out, wipe you out. But they also could be destructive to themselves. And they don't care about nobody. And be very cold. And act like this like they in the military. You know what I mean? So they could be very military minded and don't care about nothing and be very destructive. And now it could be the reverse, where they might get hurt or harmed by fire. Could they deal with fire energy? And so a lot of them 9s then got cut and wounded, like I got hit in the head and all that with sticks. I used to fight a lot. Them 9s are fighters, definitely. A lot of them 9s I know fighters. If they don't fight physically, they fight emotionally or mentally, they fight in some way. And so also number 9s could get shot and stuff like that. My people got shot. Number 9. So this is basically number 9. The tough life, rough life, they deal with survival, where they will survive anything, just like the number 8s. Survive anything. So you got this energy. This definitely would it be, you know? That warrior spirit, that warrior, that teacher, that healer, the cheerful one. Yes, the charming. Number 9 got that charismatic, they charming, they got the communication game. So very easygoing, very cool to be around, very acceptable, but also aggressive, but also could be mean, also could be the opposite too now, don't get me wrong. And it's got a strong intuition to lead them. They're good. And they're here to help you. Them 9s is here to help you. They're here. Okay, I'm looking at the time. Let's say 10:09. That's my birthday. 10:09 is 10:10. Okay. Now, number 9 is compatible with some of everybody accordingly, but on a spiritual level, they can be very compatible with 7s. Very compatible with 7s on a spiritual level, but they compatible with some of everybody. So this is the basis, you know what I'm saying? Universal love. I love you. I love her. They all about life. You know what I'm saying? These numbers about life, like number 1s and 9s, similar in a lot of ways. Number 1s and 9s are similar in a lot of ways. You know, and number 3s and 5s are similar. And 3s and 9s similar in some ways. But 7s and 9s is similar spiritually. In spiritual way. And then with the mind is spiritual. Number 4s, like 9s could be disciplined too. They disciplined and organized. Like number 4s is organized and structured. So here you have it. Here you have it, beautiful people. This is the basis of I did all these numbers. I did all of them. It's about 2 hours long. I broke them down. It gets no realer than this. Numbers don't lie. My beautiful sisters and brothers, I love ya. See, them nines are great performers, and they got a good sense of humor. They're playful too. They could be all that in one. But on the downside, they could be like an animal, do almost anything. They could be like an animal, very destructive. So have animal-like manner, very rude, very cruel. So I've been there, I've done that. I'm on a higher frequency, a higher vibration. So this being said, beautiful people, I love you. Rewind this, share it. I'm out. I love you.